Hey there, internet. How's it going? I'm your boy John from the John Grave Show. I'm still a little sick, and yeah. I'm here today to talk to you about a good show called Log Horizon. Now, I'm about to say this right now because I'm about to do like a quick little 4-character overview real quick over the main character Shiro. Well, the 4 main characters that I've come across right now is Shiro, it's Nagisa, it's Naosugu, Akatsuki, and Nyaita. These 4 characters are the epitome of what makes this show pretty good to me. See, like, because if you look at all of their if you look at all of their character classes, which, like, Shiro is supposed to be the enchanter, the guy who basically like ups his uses like minor damage to like attack the enemies in like minor ways, and also strengthen up his team members, making battles easier for them. And that's what his character does, or at least that's what his abilities are whenever he interacts with people. Whenever he interacts with people, he like buffs up the people who are his allies, and for his enemies, his personality is like he uses like cunning and like small ways to basically like chip away at what they have until they have nothing left. That's how he treats the people and how he interacts with them. And that's a good thing based on his character, because that makes him extra interesting as a main character, or at least as one of the main characters in this story. Most because it makes him super reliable, and it keeps him up on the good side of everybody who's around him. Going on to that, we have Naosugu. I keep forgetting how to pronounce his name. His character in the game, he's a fighter and he subclasses as a guardian, and his guardian abilities is basically how his personality is. As the guardian, as presented in the game, is that like he is supposed to be the he's supposed to be the guy who basically like call everybody to him because he's a tank. He calls everybody to him. He holds them off, and he protects his allies. That's just how he is. And in his personality, that's just how he is. He's like a loud, obnoxious guy who basically calls for attention and pulls everybody to him, or at least draws their attention to him, because that's just how he is. When need be, that's how he is. And he has a stone outer side, which possibly doesn't let things hurt him, which is a good thing also, because he has some nice back and forth with people such as Akatsuki, who they both have back and forth, because along with Shiro and Akatsuki, they all basically make this little keen, tight-knit group that actually kind of like builds upon all of their strengths. Now, in terms of Akatsuki, however, her strength is that her class is an assassin, and her subclass is a tracker, and that's mostly what you see her doing. Is like her mostly like going through the shadows, and her mostly like just sort of like creeping up behind people and attacking them. And she even does this when like she has like an unpredictable nice personality to like how some of the people around her are, which is like when she tries to like do like nice things for like some people like Shiro. She actually catches him off guard at one point and was like, when they first met Nyaita, she basically said like he's like the epitome of like an actual gentleman. And when Shiro was actually looking down and stuff, she actually tried to like console him for like a little bit, and that caught him off guard, because it was like she doesn't necessarily seem like the type who would do that, but she was, and that's just how her personality is. She like just pulls out small things and sort of like a ninja thing. That's just how bad she is. And when it comes down to Nyaita, he's actually a cat person, or at least that's what his character is. His character is a cat person, and man, he's a swashbuckler, but his subclass is a cook, and because of that, the swashbuckler is supposed to be the guy who Swashbuckler is supposed to be the guy who possibly, whenever he attacks people with some of his special attacks, it lowers their attack, defense, speed, hit rate, all that. That's what his attacks do. And that's just how, man, he is whenever he talks to people, because he's a cunning guy who possibly can, like, weaken the people around him just based on the way how he conducts himself and how, man, he interacts with women and people and so on and so forth. And as a cook, it's supposed to be like, when you're a high level cook, you're supposed to like have the ability to like up your allies and like basically like make them better and such, like upping their attack strength, upping basically the opposite of what his swashbuckling attacks do. That's just how he is, and based on how that is, that's just how he interacts with everybody. I mean, with his allies, he basically like uplifts his allies, which is actually seen with how much respect he shows Shiro and Naosugu when they used to party back in their little tea party guild and such, which really wasn't a guild. It was just their party. It was just named the Tea Party. I can't say that first part because it's weird, but when they were back on the Tea Party, and that's just how he is, and that's how all these characters are, and it makes this anime seem pretty interesting and good. Okay, now the hat's off. So now I'm about to talk about the actual like what happened in the anime. I'm sorry about that, it just happened, but what happened in the anime? What happened in the anime is that like in this episode 9, what happened in episode 9 was they were talking about starting up a council. And one of the guys from, I think it was from the Silver Sword Guild, he walked out because he was like, I really don't care about this town. All I care about is a place where I can has a shop and I can do whatever I want. In terms of that, you kind of have, they had like two things going on here. One of them was Shiro Shiro basically rescuing the kids from the Hamillion Guild, and him basically starting up a council with all the current guild members in their town, and before most of the combat guilds basically broke away and said like that they didn't care because anything he said wouldn't have done anything. Shiro just basically was like, yeah, I basically just bought man the guild hall. Everything in there is mine now. So yeah. If you have a guild there, you have money stored in the bank, it's technically mine now, and there's nothing you can do about it. And that basically made negotiations put on hold while we look. I mean, that basically shocked everybody in the room until we moved back on to the rescue part, which Shiro already set that up, where Naosugu and possibly everybody else from the Moonlight Guild will possibly go and like rescue all of the kids, and he made the area within the Hamillion Guild a battle ready area, so now all the kids can basically like go up against everybody in there, and all the people in there were basically like all of the guild members in Hamillion, or at least all the older people, were put on the blacklist and taken outside, except for one, the guild master, because Akatsuki, she forgot one. But once all the kids got out, we had like a little mini flashback about Toya and Minori. Apparently, I believe that Toya was actually in a wheelchair before he came here, or at least that's sort of what they're kind of implying, because when they were escaping, Minori had this little flashback about that, and he was having showed him in like a wheelchair. But after they rescued all of the kids out, well, at least they got all of the kids out, and they threw out all the people from Hamillion. Basically, they asked Shiro, was like, yeah, man, you're basically blackmailing us to join your thing, and now he's trying to like explain to them and be like, look, I really just want this town, man, to not be like the last one that I just went to rescue one of my other friends from. And that's basically what, man, he's trying to like explain to them now. So yeah, please tell me what you guys thought the episode. I plan on reviewing more of this show. So yeah, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share this video on all your favorite media sites. Hey there, everybody. Has back on. If you like books, pick this one up. It's called Mizuki Dragon Warriors. You can pick it up in the link below. If you can't pick up this book, pick up the ebook version for $3.03. Have a good one, and please enjoy this book.